They told me time was a river that would wash you away, but I'm still standing in the current of that grayest of days. The calendar's moving, the seasons have turned, but I'm still tending to the places where the bridges were burned. I saw a car like yours in the blare of the rain, and for a split second I forgot how to contain the echo. I'm trying to be brave, I'm trying to be new, with the memories still hurt just like the day I lost you. It's a fatal limb, it's a constant sting, it's the heaviness that every morning brings. I stitched up the hole I closed every door, but the memories still hurt just as much as before. I unfollowed the ghost, I deleted the ring, but I'm stuck in the silence every time that I blink. Your laugh is a virus running deep in my bones, a frequency humming in the dial tones. I'm scrolling through years that are locked in a cloud, where the whispers of us are getting too loud. They say let it go, they say just move on, but how do you rebuild when the foundation is gone? Love bleeds in 4K, shatters the lens. I'm tired of pretending we could ever be friends. The memories still hurt because they refuse to be lies. I'm still seeing the home every time I close my eyes. The wound is an heirloom, the pain is a guest, and my beating heart just can't find rest. The ink is still wet, the glitch is still there. You're gone, but the hurt is everywhere. I'm digging through the archives of your breath, finding every voice that was scared to death. You built a city out of paper thin vows, and I'm the only one still living in it now. The forever you promised is a broken link, a heavy stone that you taught how to sink. They were just empty promises, hollow and sweet, like sugar-coated lies on a dead-end street. You signed your name in water and dust, leaving me to rebuild the rust. I was investing in a ghost, a guarantee of air. Now I'm standing in the nowhere that we used to share. said you'd be the anchor, you said you'd be the light, but you flickered out at the first sign of night. The I'll never leave is a static-filled sound, a digital footprint that can't be found. I held on to the words like they were gold in my hand, only to find they were shifting sand. Don't tell me you tried, don't tell me you care. The empty promises are hanging in the air. It's a theater of shadows, a beautiful fraud. I'm the only one left to give the applause. Love bleeds through the lies, it soaks through the floor, and I don't believe in your home anymore. The ink has disappeared, the page is white, just a lo-fi hum in the middle of the night. You gave me a word, but you kept the truth. Empty promises. The hum of the fridge is the loudest thing left, a hollowed out house in the wake of the theft. I'm watching my breath turn to mist in the air, the ghost of a home that's no longer there. I check the connection, but the server is dark. No flicker of signal, no remnant of spark, just miles of white noise where your voice used to be. A frozen over version of you and of me. And now it's just cold silence settling deep. The promises we were meant to keep. No more screaming in 4K, no more bleeding in red. Just the weight of the things that we never quite said. It's heavier than anger, it's colder than hate. The cold silence locking the gate. I'm deleting the echoes, the glitches, the stains. The ice has moved into the tracks of my veins. The missed chances are buried in 6 feet of snow, and I've run out of reasons to not let you go. Your profile is static, your memory is glass, watching the winter of us finally pass. And no heartbeat to follow, no ghosts in the hall, just the gravity of nothing at all. The cold silence wraps me in a digital shroud, losing the whisper, losing the loud. I forgot how it feels to be looking for you. Empty nights, cold silence, you let go, and so did I. The streetlights were blurring the rain on the glass. We were both staring forward, avoiding the past. The engine was running, the heat was on high. A final sad soundtrack to a broken goodbye. You turned off the radio, cutting the noise. A perfect cold silence replaced every voice. I felt the weight of the moment, the gravity's pull, a beautiful tragedy finally full. And then it was over, just a brush of your lips, a final connection from two sinking ships. The last kiss wasn't fire, it wasn't a spark, it was just a mixture of ending in the middle of the dark. It was a promise that shattered the last bit of home, a tomb for the hope where our memories I tasted the salt from the tear that you hid, the one honest thing that you finally did. The cold silence fell as you pulled far away, leaving the ghost of the memory to stay. The wound started bleeding right there in the car, watching the distance become what we finally are. No more I love yous, just a glitch in the feed, planting the last kiss like a dying seed, a digital footprint in the virtual snow. The moment we both had to finally let go. It wasn't an exit, it wasn't a choice, it was the last kiss that stole my voice. The car door clicked shut, the engine began to roar, and I knew I wouldn't be home anymore. Just a flicker of a memory, the weight of the end, that last kiss was where the healing began to pretend. 4K resolution of your face. Every digital memory taking up the space. I try to build a dam, I try to freeze the lake, but the foundation's crumbling from every promise we break. The salt is in the carpet, the stain is on the floor. I'm leaking the us that doesn't live here anymore. And the tears feel endless, like a river with no sea. Just a cycle of a sorrow that's overflowing me. I'm washing out the home, I'm blurring every line, trying to scrub the yours away from everything that's mine. It's a deluge in the dark, a heavy liquid chain. The tears feel endless, just like the winter rain. Still taste the salt from that last kiss on my skin. The moment the floodgates finally gave in. Every missed chance is a drop in the pool, making me feel like a ghost, making me look like a fool. I'm submerged in the sun, I'm breathing under glass, waiting for the storm of you to finally pass. Love bleeds until the water turns to red, drowning out the echoes of the things you never said. It's an infinite leak, a battery that's bled. I'm floating in the wreckage of a cold and empty bed. The tears feel endless, because the pain is too deep. The tide is coming in, the bedroom's going under, listening to the static in the distance. Digital thunder, just salt and water and endless tears. I'm curating a museum of things you left behind, walking through the dusty galleries of my mind. There's a ticket stub from a night that felt like gold. Now it's just a scrap of paper, crinkled, gray and cold. I'm talking to the shadows like they might talk back, painting all our vivid colors into shades of black. Oh, these lonely memories, they're crowding up the room, turning every corner of this house into a tomb. I'm sleeping in the middle, so I don't feel the empty space, but I'm still waking up to see the ghost of your face. They don't pay rent, they don't let me go. They're the only thing I have left of us to replay the video until the pixels started to bleed, searching for the moment that I failed to see the need. You're laughing in the sunlight on a screen that's cracked and dim, while I'm sinking in the silence on a sudden whim. I checked the missed calls from a year ago today, just to hear your voice before it fades away. You were the home, but you left the door wide. Now all these lonely memories are trapped inside. They're screaming in the hallway, they're dancing on the stairs. They're the only heavy thing a hollowed heart bears. I'm suffocating on a past that won't stay dead. Love bleeds in every single word we ever said. The gallery is closing, the lights are turning low, but the lonely memories refuse to go. I'm locking up the ghosts, I'm turning off the phone, still home, but I'm alone. I'm clicking the switch, but the room stays gray. Just another short circuit at the end of the day. We used to be voltage, we used to be bright, a high to fire in the middle of the night. Now I'm tracing the wires, looking for the break, but the insulation's rotted from every mistake. There's no current left in the skin on my bones, just the hollow vibration of dead dial tones. It's a lost spark, a blown out fuse, the kind of darkness I didn't choose. I'm holding the match, but the wood is too wet, tied to a forever I haven't left yet. The glow in the hallway is faded and gone, leaving me waiting for a digital dawn. Yeah, we're just a lost spark. I check the logs, I scan the drive, trying to remember when we were alive. But the files are corrupted, the data is thin, I can't find the place where the light used to win. You're a dead pixel on a perfect screen, the emptiest home that I've ever seen. Love bleeds in the static, it hisses and pops, a runaway train that never quite stops. I'm begging for lightning, I'm begging for heat, but the lost spark is buried 6 feet deep. It's cold, it's gone, it's quiet. The grid is down, the night is long, nothing is left of our original song. just a lost spark. In a hollowed out room, blue light is burning a hole in the dark as I'm scrolling through ghosts for a lost spark. It's 4:03 and the silence is cold. A story of us that's getting too old. I'm tracing your silhouette on a cracked glass screen, the messiest breakup the city's ever seen. My eyes are heavy, but the mind won't rest. Just a beating heart, failing the test. I'm crying late nights in a room full of you, trying to unknow everything that we knew. The tears feel endless and they blur every line. A steady desaturate of everything fine. I'm searching for home in a bottle of salt, knowing letting you go was finally my fault. I replay the voice note where you said we were gold before the cold silence and the world turned to mold. There's a lag in my chest every time that I breathe, watching the phantom of you start to leave. I check the receipts of our empty promises, and now I'm the doubter, the coldest of Thomases. Bleeds on the bleeds, it soaks through the sheets. It's the bitterest taste of our final defeats. I'm screaming in silence while the internet hums, waiting for numbness that never quite comes. Crying late nights until the battery dies, losing the us in these hollowed out eyes. You know why we love it. You know why we love it. You know why we love it. The sun is coming up, but the room is still black. There's no annular way to get forever back. Just late night tears and a last kiss on the wind. You let go and the world began to end. The world didn't stop when you walked out the door. The sun didn't crash to the kitchen floor. The clock on the wall didn't lose a second of time. Even though I lost the reason and I lost the rhyme. I'm a wreckage of a person, I'm a ghost in a soup, standing in the garden looking for the fruit. It's a biological glitch, it's a stubborn machine, running on the memory of where we have been. I'm waiting for the silence, but the rhythm won't quit. And oh, it's a miracle, curse that a broken heart still beats, driving me home through these empty, lonely streets. It's a remake reminder that I'm still here, dragging the weight of another empty year. It's jagged and it's heavy and it's hollowed out with heat, but somehow this broken heart still beats. I try to tell my lungs that it's okay to stop. I try to tell the rain it doesn't have to drop, but the blood keeps moving and the air keeps coming in, a constant conversation underneath my skin. You took the yes, you took the always, you took the why, but you left me with a heart. It's too stubborn to die. It's a time in a desert, a knock on a grave, a desperate signal that I couldn't save. But if it's still thumping, if it's still in the fight, then maybe there's a morning at the end of the night. Yeah, it's a miracle, curse that a broken heart still beats, driving me home through these empty, lonely streets. It's a rhythmic reminder that I'm still here, flagging the weight of another empty year. For it, I survived this bridge. It won't stop, it won't fall. Broken heart being broken heart beating slow. The world didn't stop when you walked out the door. The world didn't stop when you walked out the door. The world, the more wreckage of a person, I'm a ghost in a suit, standing in the garden. The world couldn't stop when you walked out the stop when you walked out the door. I tried to tell my lungs that it's okay to stay. I tried to tell the rain and don't you have to try. I'm waiting for the sign. I'm sitting perfectly still in the velvet chair, while the wind in my head is tossing the air. I'm holding a book, but I'm not reading the lines, watching the radar for the warning signs. To the world, I'm a lake on a midsummer day, but underneath the surface, I'm being washed away. The barometer is dropping, the sky is turning late. I'm a captive to the weather inside of my head. There's no shelter here and there's nowhere to go. And it's a silent storm in mine tonight, ripping up the shadows, killing off the light. The windows aren't rattling, the doors aren't thin, but everything is breaking from the pressure within. No thunder in the air, no rain you can find, just the wreckage of a silent storm in mine. I saw your reflection in a puddle of gray, and the gale force memory swept me away. I'm trying to anchor, I'm trying to hold static underneath the skin, so quiet, so loud, a silent storm. I was cleaning out the attic, moving boxes in the dark, when I found an old blueprint, a sketch, a little spark. It was the house we were gonna build on the edge of the hill, with the wraparound porch and the time standing still. I haven't seen this drawing in 1,000 lonely years, but the ink is still vivid despite all the tears. It's like stumbling on a treasure when the gold is turned to rust, finding a palace underneath a layer of dust. The past has a way of coming back around, and it's a lost dream found in a cardboard box, a key to a door that's missing the locks. I see the life we wanted, I see the light in the hall, but there's no one to catch me and there's no one to call. It's a beautiful ghost, it's a hallowed out ground, the heartbreak of a lost dream found. I traced the lines of the garden you said we'd planned. I tried to look away, but I found that I can't. It's a map to a country that doesn't exist, a destination we were always destined to miss. I'm holding the future we never got to see, and it's weighing 100 pounds heavier on me. Should I keep the paper? Should I let it burn? Is it a memory or a lesson that I've learned? I'm standing in the wreckage of a used to be, finding the pieces of a broken down me. Yeah, it's a lost dream found in a cardboard box, a key to a door that's missing the locks. I see the life we wanted, I see the light in the hall, but there's no one to catch me and there's no one to call. Fold it up, put it away. I can't live in this house today, just a dream, lost and found. We've been dancing around the edges, we've been playing it safe, like two weary travelers in a cold and hollow space. I've been biting my tongue until the copper tastes like rust, trying to find a heartbeat in a mountain made of dust. But the air is getting heavy and the light is getting low, and there's something in the silence that we both already know. No more maybe laters, no more give it one more try. I'm tired of the acting and I'm tired of the lie. The fever's breaking and it's time to ring the bell. And I've got a bit of truth to tell tonight, one that's gonna burn and one that's gonna bite. We're not going through a phase, we're just coming to an end. I can't keep pretending you're my lover or my friend. It's the salt in the water, it's the poison in the well, just a dark and bitter truth to tell. I looked at our reflection and I didn't see a spark, just two tired shadows wandering alone inside the dark. We're holding on to wreckage and we're calling it a home, but you can't find a fire in a heart that's made of stone. I'm not trying to be cruel and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm ready to be honest about the things we haven't seen. It's gonna leave a scar, it's gonna leave a sting, but it's the only way to finish this broken down thing. Better to be lonely than to live inside a ghost, facing the reality that hurts us both the most. Yeah, I've got a bit of truth to tell tonight, one that's gonna burn and one that's gonna bite. We're not going through a phase, we're just coming to an end. I can't keep pretending you're my lover or my friend. I've got a bit of truth to tell tonight, one that's gonna burn and one that's gonna bite. We're not going through a phase, we're just coming to an end. I can't keep pretending you're my lover or my friend. I said it, now let the bridges burn. There's no sorry left for the lesson that we learned, just the truth, so bitter. The sky is wide and the wind is catching cold. I'm carrying a story that's already been told. I used to soar on the promises you made. Now I'm just a shadow drifting through the shade. I'm tilting to the left, I'm heavy on the right, trying to navigate the edges of the night. The engine's humming but the rhythm is off. The clouds are getting heavy and the air is getting soft, and just a heartbeat away from the ground, and I'm a broken wing, flying low tonight, just out of reach of the morning light. Every morning's a battle, every breath is a fall, dragging away my battered soul. I haven't crashed yet, but I'm losing the glow. Just a broken wing, flying low. I see the others gliding fast and free, while I'm tangled in the branches of a memory tree. You were the wind underneath my pride. Now I'm just a passenger on a lonely ride. I'm looking for a place where I can finally land, as if the forever to my shaking heart. Is it better to fall? Is it better to fly? When you're shivering alone in the middle of the flight, the feathers are scattered, the bone is astray, but I'm still pushing forward to the end of the day. Yeah, I'm a broken wing, flying low tonight, just out of reach of the morning light. Every mile is a struggle, every breath is a toll, dragging away my battered soul. We're coming down slow, watching the trees, fighting the gravity and the winter breeze, still flying, but I'm low, so low. I'm reaching out my hand in the middle of the night, looking for the warmth that used to make the world feel right. But my fingers hit the cotton, cold and flat and gray, just a desert of a mattress where you used to lay. The moonlight's drawing lines across the pillow where you slept, a graveyard of the promises that neither of us kept. The silence is a static, the ceiling is a cage. I'm staring at the ceiling, turning every ghost-filled page. I'm wide awake, drowning in the dark. And I got the empty bed blues tonight, trying to find a reason in a room without a light. There's a canyon in the middle, 3 feet wide and deep, where the secrets and the sorries go to never get to sleep. It's a lonesome kind of rhythm, a cold and hollow view. Just the empty bed blues and the ghost of you. I try to pile the pillows just to mimic where you were, but they don't have your heartbeat or the smell of your skin. I'm a stranger in this bedroom, a tenant in the pain, listening to the rhythm of the city and the rain. It's funny how a person can take up so much space and leave a hole this heavy when they vanish from the place. I could turn on all the lights, I can move to another room, but you can't run from a shadow or a fast approaching gloom. The sheets are like a shroud, the air is like a stone. I've never been this crowded while being this alone. Yeah, I got the empty bed blues tonight, trying to find a reason in a room without a light. There's a canyon in the middle, 3 feet wide and deep, where the secrets and the sorries go to never get to sleep. Rolling to the left, reaching to the right, just me and the nothing in the dead of the night. Empty bed blue, so blue, so blue. I looked at your picture on the mantle today, and I swear that the edges were turning to gray. I tried to remember the sound of your laugh, but I'm only holding on to the second half. It's like you're a ghost in a house made of glass, watching the light and the forever pass. The colors are leaking, the lines are all blurred. I'm losing the meaning of every last word. The signal is weak and the static is loud. You're fading away now, right before my eyes, like a slow motion sunset in the winter sky. messages you sent last July, but they read like a script from a different guy, girl. I'm tracing a ghost of where you used to sit, like a candle that's forgotten, the way to stay lit. You're becoming a stranger I used to know. Well, a story that's getting too hollow to tell. I'm fighting the fog, I'm fighting the tide, but there's nowhere for a memory to hide. One more minute and the screen will go black, and there's no way to bring the resolution back. Yeah, you're fading away now, right before my eyes, like a slow motion sunset in the winter skies. I'm reaching for a hand that's becoming the air, turning around to find nobody there. Going thin, going thin. I can't see the us where the always has been. Fading, The sky was clear just a minute ago, before the mercury started to drop so low. I saw the look in your eyes, a shifting of the tide, and suddenly there was nowhere left for me to hide. The summer we promised just turned into slate, and I'm standing alone at the edge of the gate. I can see my breath in the heat of the room, a silent warning of a fast approaching doom. The water is rising and it's turning to stone, and here comes a cold wave crashing on the shore. I don't think I can feel my heart anymore. It's a wall of ice, it's a shivering blue. Everything I am is being buried by you. No time to run, no time to behave, just the freezing weight of this cold wave. I try to build a fire with the scraps of our past, but the wind is too sharp and the frost is too fast. Every I love you is a frozen overlay, a brittle surface is starting to break. I'm a statue in the garden, I'm a ghost in the hall. watching the sunlight being carried away. Yeah, here comes a cold wave crashing on the shore. I don't think I can feel my heart anymore. It's a wall of ice, it's a shivering blue. Everything I am is being buried by you. Let it wash over, let it freeze. I'm going under on my knees, so cold. Rearview mirror is a blur of what we were. A fading Polaroid of him, her. I've packed the memories in a heavy iron crate and left the what ifs hanging on the garden gate. The map is torn and the engine's running cold, and I'm starting on a story that's never been told. The sun is going down on the life that I knew. I'm trading in the always for a different view. The pavement is cracked and the sky is turning red, and it's a bitter road ahead for a heart like mine, tracing out the distance, crossing every line. There's no shortcut home, there's no easy way out, just 1,000 miles of winter and a desert of doubt. I'm putting one foot in front of the dead, walking down the bitter road ahead. I passed a diner where we used to stop for tea. Now it's just a landmark of a ghost to me. Every mile marker is a year we threw away, a physical reminder of the price I have to pay. The wind is in my face and the rain is in my eyes, but I'm finally done with all the sweetest lies. I don't know where I'm going, I just know I'm gone, chasing after shadows until I find the dawn. The asphalt is lonely and the shadows are deep, but I've got 1,000 promises I no longer keep. Yeah, it's a bitter road ahead for a heart like mine, tracing out the distance, crossing every line. by step, mile by mile. Haven't seen the sun in a long, long while. Just the road, so bitter ahead. I'm standing on the porch in the pouring rain, looking through the window at our life again. I see the coffee cups sitting on the stand, and the book we were reading still held in your hand. But I'm reaching in my pocket and I'm finding it. The silver piece of us is no longer there. It's a jagged little metal, it's a tiny little thing, but it's the difference between a home and a sting. I'm a stranger on the threshold, a ghost at the gate, and I'm holding on to nothing but a lost key tonight. Locked out of the always, locked out of the light. I can see the hallway, I can see the bed, but I'm living in the silence of the things you said. You changed the tumblers, you changed the soul, and now I'm just a wanderer who's lost all control over a lost key. I remember the day that you gave it to me. You said, this is your home, as long as you're free. Now it's sitting in the grass or at the bottom of a lake, just another piece of the promises you break. I'm trying to find a way to pick the lock of your heart, but the more I try to enter, the more we fall apart. Maybe I'll just leave it, maybe I'll just go to a house where the windows don't put on a show of everything I'm missing and everything I've lost. A final inventory of the heavy, heavy cost. Yeah, I'm holding on to nothing but a lost key tonight. Locked out of the always, locked out of the light. I can see the hallway, I can see the bed, but I'm living in the silence of the things you said. Yeah, I'm holding on to nothing but a lost key tonight. Locked out of the always, locked out of the light. I can see the hallway, I can see the bed, but I'm living in the silence of the things you said. Knock, knock, but nobody's home. Just me in the rain and the cobblestone. It's gone.